OrbAid's Gen 9 ADA software with AI micro workflows. Let's get your time back. If you're new to OrbAid, you'll notice our new workflows are located in the mobile app, in the screen box, or in the desktop app, right on the landing page. So to use these off-the-shelf AI micro workflows, really easy. All you have to do is select one of the workflows. In this example, we'll select this Tailor project to site. And this workflow allows us to bring in what we call dynamic project templates, make just a few edits to those templates, saves us a ton of time from rewriting from scratch a project, and it recalculates all the formulas and allows us to just save it into our instance. We'll demonstrate how this works. We click the workflow, it highlights dark green, and then we click this 3-line icon here we call the project inputs. And then just ask us a couple questions via drop-down or open text field. This first question is selecting a category. So each of these are categories of projects. So in this case, we've got manufacturing templates, we've got supply chain, we've got packaging. In this example, we'll select manufacturing. You'll notice that it'll ask us just a couple additional questions here that we can type in our answers to. So we'll start typing optimize. We see we've got 3 off-the-shelf templates that we can use. And in this example, we'll select this optimize metal stamping. You'll see in less than a second, it brought in a template for an example company, Martin Rea, the real part number for OEM Nissan, as well as the description and title of the project. It gives us all of the math that we need to be successful on this project, from scrap to waste, to emissions, water, energy, implementation time, operator time, office employee time, total time saved, project cost, cost reduced, payback period, and ROI. And with these dynamic formulas within these dynamic project templates, we can edit any of this data in here. And when we hit run in a second, it'll rerun all of the numbers for us. So all of the totals for things like energy, implementation time. And so it saves us a ton of time, not only gathering this data, but also calculating it. And we've also got a couple of reference articles here that we can use to accelerate this project. And then we have the site of the project, so we can change it from headquarters to this Minnesota plant here. And we'll change a couple of variables here. We notice the scrap baseline is 41%, and that's with a die pitch of 98 millimeters. And then they're proposing changing it to 80, so reducing that, and that would, of course, reduce emissions. Be a little bit more aggressive here and change it to 70 die pitch after optimization. And then we'll also change it in a second instance to 70. And then we can also make additional edits to those formulas if you want. You can also enter your equipment data in here. So you don't have to, but we can do that. So in this case, we'll make up a part number, AK5000, then AB. We'll click the back button and then click run. And from here, it just takes about a second. It's calculating about 250 formula calculations for us. And so it's going to save us a ton of time. From here, we get to review the answers to all of those new equations with the new variables. And then if we like what we see, we can save it into our workflow. So the project's now ready. We can click the project details here, or we can just click the hyperlink. We'll click the hyperlink. You can see that it tailored the project to our company, to the site location we selected, the custom part number that we entered right off the shelf. Also tailored the project to us, the individual that is creating the project. And it updated all of our formulas here. You can see the original die pitch before optimization is 98. And then if we scroll down, you can see the die pitch that we updated to is 70 millimeters. And the scrap, of course, went down. It was 28% by reducing it from 98 millimeter die pitch to 80 millimeter die pitch. So it was around 28% scrap, and now it's even further down to 16%. So that's obviously a good trend. And all of the waste, emissions, water, energy, time, cost are also updated. We've got the ROI, payback period, and implementation time. And we've also got our reference variables, as well as all of the goal targets for this project. So if we like what we see here, just click the back button here and click save. And it'll save this project in our simple 3-step workflow. So we essentially went from step 1, idea. So we generated an idea for a project, tailored it, And now we send it to our saved second step in the 3-step workflow. And that's our project pipeline of ideas that are yet to be assigned to a team member budget. And then from here, we can approve that project, assign a team member to it, and it kicks it to its final stage in the 3-step workflow, the active project. And once we update this project, it'll go right to the dashboard across all of our sites. We hope this quick look highlights how you can start applying off-the-shelf AI micro workflows, and with OrbAid, get your time back to accelerate all your targets across all your sites profitably.